Chapter 8, Lesson 3, Simplest Form. So, a fraction is written in simplest form when the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator is 1. That's key right there. It has to be 1. The simplest form of a fraction is one of its many equivalent fractions. And equivalent fractions are fractions that name the same number. And you'll see what I mean when we get down to the bottom. Okay, so let's look at example number 1. Angie has a vertical jump of 12 inches, and Holly has a vertical jump height of 22 inches. So Angie's vertical jump is 12/22 of the vertical jump of Holly. Write the fraction in simplest form. So here they listed the factors, which was our second example in our past lesson. Okay, so here we have 12, and they listed 1 and 12 as factor pairs, 2 and 6 as factor pairs, and 3 times 4 as factor pairs. Factor pairs in 22, 1 and 22, and 2 and 11. So we're going to circle the greatest common factor, the biggest number that they both have in common, which is 2. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 22 is 2. That's step 1. Now step 2 is going to have us divide both the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common factor. And this will get us an equivalent fraction. And so they've set it up for you here. They said 12/22 is equal to 12 over 22 divided by 2 over 2. Because remember, whatever you do to one, you have to do to the other. So whatever you do to the numerator, you have to do to the denominator, and vice versa. Okay? 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 22 divided by 2 is 11. So now we can't divide into 6 a same number, and we can't because 11 is prime. We could divide something into 6, but we can't divide that same number into 11 because 11 is prime. So now the greatest common factor of 6 and 11 is 1. So Angie's vertical jump is 6/11ths of Holly's vertical jump. And we can use models to check our work. Okay? We can shade 12 out of 22. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Or we can shade 6 out of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12/22 is equivalent, it's an equivalent fraction to 6/11ths. Okay, they mean the same amount. Now let's look at example number 2. Maybe I can zoom in just a tad for you guys. Okay, it says write 18/30ths or 18 out of 30 in simplest form. So this time we're just going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the same common factor and continue dividing until the fraction is in simplest form. So if you're not sure and both numbers are even, then you know that 2 will be able to go into it. Okay? So 18 divided by 2 is 9. And 30 divided by 2 is 15. So 18 split in half is 9. 30 split in half is 15. We have 9/15ths. Okay? So we divided 18 and 30 by our common factor of 2. But now we're not finished because we're not near simplest form yet. Because now we can't, these are both odd, we can't divide 9 and 15 by 2, but we can divide them by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. And 15 divided by 3 is 5 because 5 times 3 does get us 15. Now, since 3 and 5 have no common factors other than 1, we now stop dividing. We can't divide any further. The only thing that goes into both of those properly is the number 1. So 18/30ths written in simplest form which is truly what all of your fractions should be written as from here on out. Everything should be written in simplest form, is 3/5.